Hi guys, on this video I'm going to show you how to use the strip cutter die to cut strips. In this case I'm cutting the strips for binding, and then I'm going to show you how to use a half square triangle die to put the miter on the end of each strip. So that's what we're going to do next. So here I have, I just need 7 strips, and I've pre-folded this. I'll show you. It's one length of fabric, and I've already tested it on here so it's the right size. So you make sure that you have you can see your blades here, and you make sure that you have your fabric below this marked line here. And we want to make sure that all of the blades are going to be covered, otherwise you're going to mess up your fabric and you'll have to get more fabric. So this is going to be 1 strip here, and this next layer will be 3 strips, and this will be 3. So I'll have a total of 7 strips. And now we're going, oops, sorry about that. Now we're going to put the mat on top, and I'm going to run it through my Go Big electric cutter, sorry. I have a little table that my husband made on the back to catch the dies as they come through so they don't fall, and I can also put things underneath it, so it turned out really nice. Now we're going to bring this over here, and you need to get rid of the static, so we rub the mat where it is over the fabric. Okay, now we're going to slide the mat off and we don't want any pieces of the fabric to stick to the underside of the mat. So what I do is usually I go to the opposite corners, and I use my thumb, can't see it here, but I use my thumb and press a little bit on both sides. You'll kind of get the hang of it, the thumb and this finger, and we're going to just press a little bit and slide. So you see that comes off pretty good. And these little strips are the waist. And sometimes I don't pay enough attention and I put the fabric where the blade isn't. That's why I had to cut that little piece off. So here's this waist, and then I have 3 strips here, 2 strips here, and 2 strips. Now we're going to move this out of the way, and we're going to cut miters in the ends of these strips. So here's 1 strip, and this wasn't a very good fabric to do a demo on, but you have to take the right sides. So we'll pretend this is the right side, and then you take the other end of the strip and flip it over so you have both of the right sides facing up. Now I'm going to use a half square triangle die. If you have the Flying Geese die that comes with the Go Big, you can use that. Or if you have the cube, any cube set, you can use your die number 3. It'll do the same thing. So what I'm going to do is, let me zoom in a little bit. What you want is to cut this miter here. And we don't want the fabric to be placed along this edge, and we don't want it to cut along this edge. So here, I'll just put it on and show you. So lay it on here, and we want to make sure that any selvage is above this little notch right here, this straight piece right here. We want to make sure your selvage is above that. Put that on, and then we line it up even along this side blade, but we don't want it to go over the side blade. We just want it, because we don't want it to cut, we just want it to lay there. Now you also have a blade down here, and we certainly don't want to cut that fabric off of the strip. So here's what we'll do. This strip only cuts where the mat is. So we're not going to put the mat on this blade down here. So I'm just laying the mat parallel to this blade, but it's not over this blade. Now we're going to run this through. And give it a little rub and press down with your thumb a little bit and slide it off. So now you see you have the miters cut in here, and then when you put these together at your sewing machine, you're just going to sew them like this. So it works better if you have two different strips, but you get the idea. You're going to sew these together. You just use your 1/4 inch seam allowance to do that.